It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so guys, don't mind the background. That's just for aesthetics. I'm playing video games in between creating and editing videos, so just don't mind that. But I wanted to come here and just give my little thoughts on Dalton Smith's victory on Jose Zepeda yesterday. I had a chance to watch the fight. I had a chance to dissect what went on after the fight because there was a lot of yapping about when it came to the subject of making a fight between Dalton Smith and Adam Azim for the European title. And so we'll start with Zepeda, right? Because I actually had a chance to see Zepeda spar on one occasion for this fight because I was out in LA with my boy Eric Lanzas Jr. and they did some sparring at Manny Robles' gym. And I remember watching Zepeda spar that day, and I remember thinking to myself, Zepeda didn't throw as many punches as I thought he would in sparring. And so just in watching my quiet thoughts to myself were, Jose Zepeda, I think, had lost a step. I think that those fights, the wars with Baranchik and these fights at Prograis, these had taken a lot out of him. And I didn't like the Dalton Smith fight for him, just being honest. But those are my thoughts that I kept to myself, and I was going to wait to see what happened on fight night. Now, to Zepeda's credit, I thought he fought well. I thought he boxed pretty well against Dalton Smith. I thought that he did a great job in the first, 4 rounds of the fight of getting his foot on the outside. I thought he had his moments. I thought that he was able to capitalize when Dalton Smith would pull straight back because Dalton Smith has a style that's very upright. It's very like textbook British boxing, upright, 1-2, straight punches, kind of what you would expect from a British fighter. But Dalton Smith is an above-average athlete as far as his athleticism is concerned, and he's got very good timing. So he fights very, very well. In the 5th round, which was the round that Zepeda got stopped in, Dalton Smith, he was doing a lot of probing with that lead hand. He was kind of just like probing with that lead hand. And then he threw an uppercut that landed on Zepeda's head. And it kind of stunned Zepeda momentarily. And then about 15 seconds later, he placed an absolute rocket of a right hand down to the body. And it was a one-punch body shot. He had Zepeda doubled over. And I don't think Zepeda lost this fight for lack of trying. I thought he boxed well. I thought he did what he could with what he had left in the tank. But I just don't think he has a lot left in the tank. And look, I've seen Zepeda in some of the biggest wars boxing's had to offer against Prograis and Baranchik. He's been hit with bigger shots than that to the body and to the head. And nothing ever doubled him over like that. So I think it has caught up to him. I think Jose Zepeda is now in a position where it's time to hang it up, man. It's just time to, give it a rest. Because if he continues to box, they're going to keep bringing him in for like these young, upcoming opponents. And he's already a very shop-worn fighter. So I think Zepeda can be very proud of what he accomplished in his career, give people great fights. He will always have a legacy in this sport as nothing short of a warrior and one of boxing's true warriors, okay? So I'm giving him his flowers. But as far as Dalton Smith is concerned, Dalton Smith, he's a WBC silver champion. He was installed as the mandatory challenger for the European title in his division. Now, we all know that the European champion, as I alluded to earlier in the video, is Adam Azim. And they have rivalry. They have their rivalry's been building up here for a little bit of time. And, it's quite intriguing, right? Because when you look at Dalton Smith, he's in what you would consider, for most fighters, age-wise, 27 years old. He's in his prime. He's in his physical prime. His mental matured prime as a fighter, that's what he's in right now. He has 16 fights. Adam Azim has 10 fights. He's 21 years old. He can barely grab a pint at the local pub, okay? Eddie Hearn said it best. We're coming through to win the world title at 140, but we got no problem stepping down to levels to fight Adam Azim. So look, my take on it is this. I think it would be a very good domestic fight right now. I think because Adam Azim is so technically sound and has such great athleticism and punching power at his age, I'd give him a chance in the fight, but you favor Dalton Smith only because of the fact that he's just a little more advanced right now, right? I think from a managerial standpoint, I'm put my manager's hat on for a second. If I was in charge of steering the career of Adam Azim, that Dalton Smith would not be happening next because I just think he needs more experience. Now, granted, he's the European champion. Dalton Smith is his mandatory challenger. Dalton Smith is ranked in the 13th in the WBC ranking. So if Adam Azim were to beat him, that would give him the WBC silver title, and that would get him a place in the rankings. But I still think he's a fight or maybe even two away from Dalton Smith. But look, it'd be a good fight. I think in a year's time, I think Adam Azim beats Dalton Smith in about a year. I think two more fights to get proper experience. I think he beats the Dalton Smiths of the world. But right now, I just think it might be a step too soon. Now, as for Smith, I think he's got a great amount of options around him because if he doesn't get Adam Azim, being that he's 13th, you look at some of the names ranked in and around him. You got Regis Prograis at 11. You got Lindolfo Delgado at 10. You got Michel Larsasa Rivera at number 14. So those are all good fights. Those are all good names for Dalton Smith. And I think, you look at what he's been able to accomplish these last couple of fights against the likes of Sam Maxwell getting a good knockout. Now beating up on Jose Zepeda. He's an established, at very minimum, Dalton Smith has established himself as a fringe world level contender. So congratulations to him on stepping up the levels and scoring an absolute peach, as the Brits would say, a peach of a one-punch body shot knockout on Zepeda. Good win for him. It is a statement to the division, and we'll see what happens for him. But I think the Adam Azim fight from the Azim side of things just a bit premature. Needs a little more seasoning before he gets that kind of a fight. But look, he's the European champion. Dalton Smith the mandatory challenger. So it's either he comes up off that belt or drops the belt, or they make the fight happen. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely be watching this space here on True School Sports. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of Dalton Smith? What do you guys think about who we should fight next? And what did you guys think of Zepeda getting stopped with a one-punch body shot knockout? Is it time for Zepeda to hang it up? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canterfield, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.